The Broncos must start from the beginning, according to Sean Payton. This is your Denver Sports Daily for June 6th.
The biggest stories, the latest news. It's Denver Sports Daily.
Coming off the back of a 10-7 season and their first playoff berth in 10 years, Sean Payton isn't letting any of that go to his head. Now, the Broncos are entering another golden era, and it's clear to see that that's exactly what's happening. You know, they got out of this rebuild. They did it. They got their guy. They are entering another era where they can win. But Payton made it clear that it is the most important thing to do for the team, that they do not need to think about their prior seasons. Don't think about them. Don't remember them. Sure, you did well, but you didn't get it done. You didn't win a championship. And that's the mentality that Payton's kind of been pushing throughout this whole offseason. You've seen it in a lot of his pressers, and specifically on the podium yesterday after OTAs. He spoke on last season and what the goals are for next season, saying, quote, "I think we're obviously further along with regards to what we're doing now. You still have to turn that game board over and start from the beginning in our league." You have to start from the beginning. That's what he's saying. You're flipping the game board over. Everybody's at 0-0 right now. There's no records. We are in the offseason. There is nothing to brag about right now. Even the Eagles, you got nothing to brag about. Sure, you won a Super Bowl, but now is where it's time to start looking for the next season. Look towards, not behind. Who cares what happened last season? And that's the mentality that Sean Payton's been having, again, throughout this whole offseason. You got to love that. There's no hating that at all. You got to love it. There's no records right now. Everyone's starting from the same point. It doesn't matter, again, what happened last year. It matters what you do this year. Now, luckily, going into this season, the Broncos have one of the best rosters in the league, especially the defense. You know, in the offseason, they added Hufanga, Greenlaw, and Jahdae Barron. That was just the defense. And then on offense, Bo Nix has some extra weapons, and Evan Ingram and RJ Harvey, and hopefully J.K. Dobbins. You get those guys, you got a great offseason going. You know, you added some great pieces to this already outstanding defense. All that they're going to do is improve. I mean, they led the league in sacks last season, and then you add players like Hufanga and Greenlaw, and then a shutdown cornerback like Jahdae Barron in the draft, who's only going to grow. I mean, that defense is just going to get stacked. It already is stacked. And what are you doing now? You're making it better? You're going to make this defense better? Okay, yeah, love it. And then Bo Nix, who carried this offense, who was a check down merchant before the season began, now has somebody that he can, a few players that he can actually check the ball down to. In Evan Ingram, RJ Harvey's going to come in and be able to take some of that running that wasn't successful last season. And this is all great. You know, RJ Harvey, I've had my doubts about him. I'm not as high on him as a lot of people are in Broncos country. And I think that what's happening there is that a lot of people, you know, just love everything that Sean Payton does. They love every pick that he makes. I'm not one of those people. There are mistakes to be made in the draft. RJ Harvey, I'm hoping that he's a great. I'm hoping that I mean, I would be insanely happy if he comes out and he's one of the best rookie running backs in the draft class. But we'll have to wait to see that, because I don't necessarily see that happening. But then you get the talks of J.K. Dobbins, who was here last night having dinner with Sean Payton, having dinner with the guys in the front office, going out, gonna, you know, run a little bit in the training facility. If you can get a J.K. Dobbins on this team, are you kidding me? This team is going to be not only dangerous, they are going to be one of the best in the league. I mean, you're looking at somebody, a team that can make the AFC Championship, if not the Super Bowl. I mean, you see what these teams around the league do. They're one piece away usually from going back to where they want to be. You look at CJ Stroud with the Houston Texans. You look at, you know, Jaden Daniels with the Washington Commanders. The Broncos did the same thing, and they have not stalled out. They are getting better. They're growing. You start from zero. You start from scratch, and you go out there and you prove that you are one of the best teams in the league. And that's the mindset. That is the most important thing on Sean Payton's plate right now. They've got nothing. They have got nothing to be proud of. That's what Sean Payton's saying. They've got nothing to be proud of. Go out there and get something to be proud of. It's great. It's a great mindset from Sean Payton. You got to love it. Now, moving on, Russell Westbrook will be playing another season in the NBA, but that's not necessarily with the Nuggets. Now, there were some rumors floating around the NBA that Westbrook would be retiring after this season, but he shut all those rumors down with his most recent Instagram caption. Now, on the post, Russ wrote, quote, "Thankful and grateful for the continued journey. 18 on the way." He's referencing his upcoming 18th season. This guy's been in the league for 18 years. And I mean, You look at his bounce, his speed, his acceleration. He looks like me. I mean, sorry, let me rephrase. He looks like a 10 times more athletic version of somebody my age. I mean, this guy doesn't slow down. There's something they're putting in the water. Sure, he's definitely not where he used to be with his athleticism, but wow, Russ, 18 seasons. This is his 18th season coming up. Now, whether Russ will stay with the Nuggets is a totally different story. But Westbrook came to Denver last season in free agency and embraced the six-man role, having a somewhat revitalizing season after a few underwhelming ones in LA, both with the Lakers and the Clippers. Lakers fans hate him for some reason, even though they all wanted him to come there. And I feel like that's just the LA mindset. You want something so bad. You want the shiny new toy. And then as soon as you get it, you want something new. And that's just LA for you. But Russ came to Denver, embraced his role, and just loved it. The team, he loved the players. He loved the fans. Russ is a Nugget. And I know that, people hated the Russell Westbrook experience. A lot of people in Denver didn't like Russell Westbrook, but that was something to watch. There were games where he was the sole reason the Nuggets won. And then on the bad side, there were games where he was the sole reason the Nuggets lost. But Russell Westbrook is one of those players where when he comes to a team, he is a definition of a glue guy. Keep him on this team. Now, if Russ were to come back, I don't think we'd see him sign the contract until later in the offseason after some moves have already been made by the front office. But he does have that player option. So that will be something that the team and him will have to work through. But I'm all for Russell Westbrook coming back to this team. I mean, again, people hated on it when there were things to watch, when he had mistakes, but everybody does. I mean, Russell Westbrook's just more of a black hole for excitement. He makes a play and then he gets an incredible steal with 10 seconds left in the game, and then he'll run down and he'll miss the layup. And that's just the Russell Westbrook experience. He'll keep you alive for a second and then sell that, or he'll do something terrible and then work hard and get it back. He does that. That's just Russell Westbrook to a T. You got to love it. But that'll do it for your Denver Sports Daily. If you've been watching the Stanley Cup and the NBA Finals, could we ask for anything better right now? I mean, the Stanley Cup Game 1, we got overtime in Game 1 between the Oilers and the Panthers. And thankfully, the Oilers won. I'm definitely rooting for the Oilers. If you guys are rooting for the Panthers, I don't know why. But the Oilers won that Game 1. Just incredible. And then the Pacers versus Thunder yesterday. What are they putting in the water in Indiana? There's something going on in Indiana. This is now, I think, the 4th or 5th time that the Pacers have won when they were trailing by like 10 points with 3 minutes left to go. They hit a buzzer beater yesterday in Game 1 to send OKC home. I'm not home quite yet, but definitely send them back to their homes. Definitely thinking, what just happened there? It was incredible to watch. One of the best games or finals matchups I've seen in a long time. And I was definitely down on it. I didn't want to see OKC versus the Pacers, but now I'm all for it. I'm rooting for the Pacers. I'm buying a Tyrese Halliburton jersey as we speak. I do want to read some of your comments. Good morning, Roy. Good morning, Joey. You think that JK will join the RB room? I think it would be a good idea. Not only do I think it would be a good idea, I think it would be, I want to phrase this because I don't know if it is yet, because we'll have to see. It would perhaps be the best signing that the Broncos would make this offseason. If they could bring in J.K. Dobbins and he produces at the same way that he has produced throughout his career, it would be a huge boost to the running back room. Not only the running back room, but the entire offense. I mean, this guy's averaged 5 yards a carry throughout his entire career. And last season, he averaged something like 4.6. But what I said yesterday when I was talking about this is that 4.6 yards, and even if we say it's not 4.6, he's getting older. Let's say it's 4 yards per carry. He goes down by 0.6 yards per carry. 4 yards per carry. That wins you a football game every single time. And that's just mathematics. You get 4 yards a play every single time, just slow gains, old style football. That wins you a football game every single time. And call me old fashioned, but I love that kind of play style. You run 4 yards a play, you win the game. And J.K. Dobbins can do that. I mean, he's a strong back. He has been in the league. He's a veteran. He knows how to read blocking assignments. This would be a massive signing. And if his physical comes back perfect, if his physical is great, I guarantee it, that the Broncos will have him as the starting running back for week 1. And I would love it. I'd be all here for it. I love J.K. Dobbins, and it would be huge for the Broncos offense. But that'll do it for your Denver Sports Daily. I will see you all on Monday. Again, make sure you guys are tuning in to these finals and to the Stanley Cup. It is insane what we're witnessing right now in these two, because I mean, this is the most exciting I've ever seen these two things be. And especially last year, what you're seeing with the Oilers and Panthers, and now this year again, the Oilers and Panthers, you get the rematch. It's been so much fun to watch. But that'll do it for Denver Sports Daily. I will see you all on Monday. Until then, y'all have a great day and a great weekend. Bye, y'all.